they say, preparing for it, but the whole of the American intelligence military network. Oh no, it's a surprise, we didn't know. To say they are lying is to state the bloody obvious, and we'll get into why. This is a quote from a former to wade through the deceit, the diversions, the cul-de-sacs, the lies surrounding what is currently happening in Israel. And of course, you won't get this information in the mainstream media. In fact, from what I've seen in the last 24 hours, you won't get it from some of the, quote, big names in the so-called alternative media. What is the case again, it always is, with every war, is that civilians on both sides are being slaughtered. Always the case, while those that order the slaughter stay in a safe place. When Iraqi civilians were being slaughtered with the invasion of Iraq by America, where were Boy George Bush and Tony Blair? Where were they while it was all going on? Sipping coffee in the White House, and down is always the way. And we have Netanyahu sitting here now pontificating, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You, mate, are doing nothing. You're sending others to do it like you always do. And the same goes for that which is really behind, not the window dressing, what is really behind what is known as Hamas. So first of all, the bottom line, this was not a surprise. Oh, no, they surprised us. Oh, really? Who do you think you're talking to? Bloody idiot. We have the Israeli Defense Force as one of the most trained and best equipped armies in the world. And we're talking about a very small area in terms of Israel. We have Mossad, one of the most sophisticated and widespread intelligence agencies in the world that makes surveillance an art form. It's on the cutting edge. It knows everything that's going on in that area. But somehow, hundreds of Hamas, quote, militants laid siege to Israel, put thousands of rockets into Israel, which they somehow gathered or built or whatever without Mossad and the IDF having any idea. Oh no, we didn't know about that. We had Hamas operatives coming into Israel on freaking hang gliders. We had fights in all these different areas of Israel, these different locations of the IDF and Mossad and all the rest of that vast Israeli security network had no idea. Isn't that what they said with night? I'm hearing them saying this is Israel. Well, what happened? These planes were, they say, hijacked, and there was a big build-up to it, they say, preparing for it, but the whole of the American intelligence military network. Oh no, it's a surprise, we didn't know. To say they are lying is to state the bloody obvious, and we'll get into why. This is a quote from a former IDF soldier who was a border observer, and she worked with the highest level technology available. That's what Israel does. And this is what she said. If a bird came close, we knew. Even a cockroach came to our fence border, we knew. How we had Hamas today? The answer is they were allowed. Was this a surprise attack for the civilian population of Israel? Oh yes, of course. Was it even a surprise attack for many in the rank and file of the military? But the NFL is running the show. Surprise to them, you must put that in the show. And this situation reminded me of someone I've quoted over the years. The man called Leroy Fletcher. He served as Chief of Special Operations, the Joint Chiefs of Staff of President Kennedy. He was a colonel in the United States Air Force, and subsequently he became a critic of U.S. foreign policy, particularly the covert activities of the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, which he believed was working on behalf of a secret world elite. And this is the telling quote. Fletcher proudly said, "No one has to direct an assassination. It happened, or assassination, that means an attack like the one in Israel now as well. No one has to direct an assassination. The active role is played secretly by permitting it to happen. This is the greatest single clue that said who has the power to call off or reduce the usual security precaution. Who has that power? Israel must now come under the spotlight and be questioned why they did so. Because they obviously did. Now, what they want you to do in any situation is to take sides. And if I'm going to take the side of anyone, I take the side of the civilians in Israel who have been subject to these horrors as they continue, and the civilians in Gaza who are now suffering the horrors of the Israeli response. But in terms of sides, one fighting the other, to take the lead, and subsequently became a critic of US foreign policy, particularly the covert activities of the Central Intelligence Agency CIA, which he believed was working on behalf of a secret elite. And they didn't tell him what was legend about this.